What's going on, everybody? It is I, the one, the only Shogun Death from the Mega Retro Bros, and I'm over here at Nintenjoel's channel, rocking the fuck out, and we're gonna have an awesome podcast. How are you doing tonight,
Hell
Joel?
yeah. What is going on? I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing tonight, Mr. Shogun Death?
I'm doing wonderful, man. I'm just ready to get into these topics and get down now.
All right, it is time. It is time.
It's that time.
So, what are you drinking, sir?
Oh, man. Well, I'm actually drinking a dirty ass old Miller Lite because I drank all my good beers last night watching anime. Yeah, that's what I did last night. Drank all the good ones, and now I'm left with dog shit. So, what are you wheezing on this evening, my friend?
I'm actually just drinking the old standard Outburst IPA right now, and yeah, it's got alcohol in it.
Hey, man.
and it's beer, so I'm happy with that choice right now.
Alrighty then.
So, cheers to you, sir. It's time
Cheers.
for a drink, as always.
Oh, yeah? Hails to the yeah.
Hell yeah, and cheers to you people. So, it is time for some more podcast action, episode number 5.
Episode 5, staying alive, baby.
I hear that you have some topics for me.
I heard that there might be something here or there for you. So, yes, I do have some awesome topics, and we're just going to get right into them, because we're going to try to do the whole flash fire way to do this, and keep this podcast under 30 minutes so you guys don't get sick of hearing our voices. So,
yeah,
let's
like
get into these topics. I know, right? So, let's get into these topics and rock out. So, the first topic that I have for you is... What kind of video game-related things did you play outside as a child? You, sir, are a fucking nerd, so I know for a fact that you pretended to be some awesome characters outside. Go!
Are you asking what kind of, like, make-believe I played as a kid with, like, friends and stuff?
Yeah, definitely, dude.
Oh, man. Well, definitely played some Street Fighter outside, and...
Hadouken!
Yeah, we definitely used to do that, and I mean, maybe we didn't have a name for it, but I think we kind of played Ninja Gaiden a little bit, because we always wanted to be ninjas, so we were always throwing, like, ninja stars at each other, and sneaking around corners, and, like, trying to scare each other. But yeah, mostly, like, the Street Fighter stuff, like, trying to beat each other up and do, tiger uppercuts. Like, tiger uppercuts and stuff. I have a funny story. This was with the kids across the street in the Bay Area, and, the one that he was like only a year younger than me, but he was bigger than me.
Right.
I pissed him off really bad one day. I don't remember what I did, but I made him so mad, and he literally ran at me like like huffing and puffing, ran across his yard and like tried to tackle me, but he went really, really low. Or no, he went really, really, like, high, and I was crouched down, and I ended up just, like, crouching down further and flipping him over my back.
Oh,
and
God.
He landed face first in his gravel driveway, and I felt freaking terrible. But, yeah.
Street Fighter to fucking MMA or fucking WWE.
Yeah, it turned into something else. It went from freaking Hadoukens and tiger uppercuts to face full of gravel. So...
Oh, dude,
that happened.
That's fucking hilarious.
I'm glad you asked that question. I haven't thought about that in a little while.
Awesome,
so yeah, Ninja Gaiden and like Street Fighter, like fighting games and stuff like that. But what about you, man?
So for me, we played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons outside. Because we would go play the game on the inside, and then we'd be like, let's get outside. But for the most part, we played a lot of Final Fantasy. Tons of it.
Oh, that's badass.
Tons of it, man. Like, literally, we would, like, whittle our own swords with sticks or whatever, and make bows and arrows, and have our little pouches, and get herbs, and pick them up, and put them in our pouches, and use them, and then we'd go down to the creek and just have all these misadventures of trying to fucking save the world from fucking Golbez or whoever it was at that fucking time, and just fucking rocking out, dude. That fuck the Empire. That's
really cool.
Fuck the Empire. Fuck the Empire. We're gonna take you down.
That's hilarious.
But
you know what that makes me think of? You know what that makes me think of? For some weird reason, is the South Park episode, the Lord of the Rings South Park episode.
Oh, dude, totally.
Oh, that's such a good episode. Such a good episode.
Very much like that. Just a bunch of rad tag kids going playing at the creek, and then playing Final Fantasy, getting wet, getting our shoes all fucked up, and then going home and getting our asses whipped because we got wet and our shoes fucked up. So,
Nice. Yeah.
but we
That sounds similar to me.
didn't matter though
Yeah.
because we had wonderful magical adventures, killed dragons, slayed them to all hell, and then saved the whole world. So that was like nothing to us at the end.
That's amazing. You know what's funny is me and my friends used to whittle our own swords and stuff. We'd try to find like a straight, straight piece of wood, and we'd try to whittle it down.
Oh yeah.
We'd freaking poke and stab at each other with it, and
Oh, dude, yeah.
many bruises on the knuckles, man.
Oh, dude. Oh, man. We used to sword fight, and oh god, so many bruises and some broken fingers sometimes.
So Shogun Death was out as a child, picking herbs and sword fighting with his other friends. So
That's right.
all right.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome, actually. That's really cool because Final Fantasy is near and dear to my heart. And I guess we played stuff like that too, but I guess we never really called it like Final Fantasy. But I will say what we actually, there was friends one street over from us, and we played mostly like war games and stuff. So I guess
cool.
we were like pre Call of Duty.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. We had all the guns and stuff, and we'd sneak around
nice.
places and, knives and stuff for up close combat. They had this really cool structure that their dad built in this backyard, and so there was like just all kinds of places to hide, and yeah, it was really neat. So.
Oh, that's badass. Me and my friend Larry, we used to play Tombstone as well.
Nice.
Get outside, Western and
that's
shit.
Badass.
It was
That
awesome.
is actually pretty
We used
cool.
to take Sharpies and fucking make mustaches on her face.
Oh my god, that's amazing. That's so amazing.
Yeah, shout out to Larry Beck. You rock, brother.
That's badass. You still talk to that guy?
Oh, absolutely. I talked to him yesterday.
That's badass. I don't know any of the friends that I knew from the Bay Area. That's a whole other story, but we moved out of there so quickly that, that's a whole other story.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, so I got a topic for you. Let's switch off.
What's up? Yeah, let's do a switch off.
Word up! Okay,
Oh, yeah.
So you have video game topics, but as we all know, this podcast is more than video games. It's nerdy stuff and metal and beer and all that stuff. So I actually have a couple metal topics for you, but we'll switch up.
Metal.
We'll switch up so people don't get all bored with our metal stuff.
That's all good.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with first of all, which is the first like band and or bands or even albums that got you into metal? I mean, like what did somebody show you that specifically made you go, oh wow, what is this?
Oh well, we've discussed this before on one of our podcasts, but it's just a real quick.
Did we?
Yeah, it's cool. Shit, there could be new viewers, man. Fuck it. So,
right.
That really got me into metal. I was in art class, and my friend Steven, he was a grade higher than me. He was like in independent art and stuff, and he was listening to his Walkman, and he's like, "Hey, man, check this band out." And it was the band Atreyu, and I can't remember.
I do kind of remember this.
Yeah, I can't remember what song it was. I think it was like "Right Side of the Bed" or something like that on "Suicide Notes and Butterfly Kisses." But it was a badass song, and I was a punk rock kid, and I fucking like NoFX, Rancid, Anti-Flag, Pennywise was like all my jams and stuff, and the Casualties. God damn it, I still love the Casualties. But
right.
But that band got me into metal, and now they fucking suck. Like huge wieners.
That's
like they
that's so
fucking suck blows. They just came out with a new album, which is actually pretty decent, but hopefully they make a good comeback and go off that album and just continue making good music again. Because I always thought it was pretty badass that it wasn't full metal per se, but it was new metal at that time,
right.
And did a lot of screaming. But most of their choruses were sung, but it was sung by the drummer, and that really like stuck out to me. I was like, that's fucking badass. The drummer's actually singing this shit while he's playing.
Yeah, I actually love when bands have drummers for vocalists.
Oh, it's so fucking crazy.
Good example is Absu. Absu is just nuts because he's playing black metal, and sometimes he is like blast beating to shit, and he's also belting out all the vocals. So
which is
insane.
It's pretty bad. It's insane stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah, it has to be Atreyu that actually brought me into a metal, and then
nice.
It's been a growing fucking epidemic, I guess, if you think. Ever since, I just love it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's awesome. That's kind of... Okay, I gotta say, there's part of that story similar to mine. I'd say Metallica is the first real metal band that, really caught me. I remember seeing the video for One, in
Yeah.
90, 91 or 92 or
Oh
whatever
hell
it
yeah,
was.
hell yeah, dude.
And yeah, and hearing the double kicks at the end, which is so funny, and it's like, yeah, they kicked ass back then, but now they suck. And I mean, recently they put out some stuff that's all right,
It
but
is
it's
okay.
still not.
It is okay.
Yeah, it is.
Right
It's
now.
not bad.
It's pretty
I
decent.
actually was. I remember when Death Magnetic came out, and I was actually kind of impressed with that album because it was so much better than Load and Reload. It was,
Oh god.
or Saint Madness, Jesus Christ. But yeah, Death Magnetic was like leaps and bound ahead, and it was almost like the feeling of like, wow, this is like kind of like old school Metallica, but mixed with
Right.
something new. So yeah, and the new one I haven't heard a whole lot, but it seems like it's kind of the same thing. So they
really
are
is.
getting a little better.
It is.
but
It's almost like, hey, this is what we probably should have made after the Black Album.
right, exactly,
But
and it would have
wasn't.
fit. It would have fit. I mean,
It
and
would've
admittedly,
fit. Not Saint Anger.
yeah,
What the
admittedly,
fuck?
Load in some spots can kind of fit after the Black Album. I can definitely see similarities there and how it evolved that way, but it just went too far.
Yeah,
Even
dude.
on that album, it went too far. But there were some decent tracks on it. I mean, there were decent tracks. I
Oh,
personally really like the first song that was premiered on MTV was "Until It Sleeps," and I still like that
Oh,
song.
dude, that song's badass as fuck.
Yeah, it's a good song.
That's a
So,
good
anyways,
ass
let's
song.
get to the next topic. Well, I kind of had a lead in into something else, but you know what? That's okay. You give me another topic. Let's switch this up.
All right, cool. So let's get back to the awesome video game nerdness that is awesome.
Yeah, because we
some
love
people
video
just wanna watch
games,
that. Yeah, yeah.
right?
So I know that you don't like the new school stuff, so we're gonna talk about new old school stuff. How do you like that?
New old school stuff.
Yeah,
that,
new old
that
school
works.
stuff. So
Yeah, you know what? I like new old school stuff. It's cool.
okay, so all right. If you didn't know, my good cynical friend Nintenjoel, Nintendo put out that they will be releasing the SNES Classic this year in late
Oh
September.
yeah, man, it's all over Facebook.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, that's all I can hear about.
There seems to be a pretty good lineup that will be on the console, but it's going to cost a whopping $80. So,
Oh really? See, now that I did not know.
yeah,
The
80 bones.
classic NES was 60, right?
Yes, it was $60. So this is going to
Okay,
be
so
$20
that is-
more, and you're going to get less games
But-
actually.
But you get 8 more bits. I mean,
That you
20
do
bucks.
get 8 more bits, but this is what the lineup is. So this is to include the never released Star Fox 2
Yep.
that is coming out, and the full lineup so far is 21 games, and they're actually pretty badass in my opinion that they actually have on here. They have Contra 3, Donkey Kong Country, Earthbound, Final Fantasy 3, F-Zero, Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Course, The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Mega Man X, fucking love that game, Secret of Mana,
Yeah.
Star Fox 2, Street Fighter
Yeah,
2
Mana.
Turbo Hyper Fighting, Super Castlevania 4, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario RPG, Super Mario World, Super Metroid, Super Punch-Out, and Yoshi's Island. So, personal thoughts. What do you got on this SNES Classic Edition, bro?
Well, first of all, the games that they chose are pretty good. They're pretty epic. I
It's
would
true. It's true. They are great games.
Yeah, I did hear you say Final Fantasy 6, correct?
Yeah, well, Final Fantasy 3, but yes, Final Fantasy 6.
Yeah, no, yeah. I just making sure it wasn't Final Fantasy 4, and I wasn't, because there were so many names being rattled off. But it was just 6, not 4.
That's correct.
Okay, so that I have a beef with, first of all. But, I mean, I guess that's just one game. But in my opinion, only having that few games costing $20 more,
I mean-
man. I don't know. Some good games, though. You've got Secret of Mana, you've got Final Fantasy VI. Just that right there overpays for if you had to buy original cartridges.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
It also has Super Mario RPG and Earthbound. Earthbound, right, could be alone.
Yeah,
So-
oh yeah, that's right. I forgot I even heard Earthbound. But at the same time, it's like I feel like there's games that. Okay, here's my crazy thought. They should have made different editions of these. They should have made like a platformer one, and then they should have made a fucking RPG one. Because if they made an RPG one, you can include things like Robotrek and Shadowrun, and these ones that are really good that nobody got to
Oh, absolutely.
play as much. You know what I mean? But Earthbound was a good choice. But I have to say, not including Lufia or Lufia 2. Or Breath of Fire. Did you say Breath of Fire?
No Breath of Fire, no Lufia.
No Breath of Fire. And of course, what everybody's talking about is Star Fox 2, but I can't
man.
say that gets me excited. I could have got the repro for that a long time ago, and it's
Of course.
you know what though? That's not to say that it's not cool. I'm just not personally a like a Star Fox kind of guy, like that kind of game, the
Oh,
third
no worries,
person
no worries. I
perspective
mean,
shooter.
that's why it's your opinion, brother.
Yeah, exactly. I can see how some people would be excited about it. I just wish they had included more games, and especially for the $20 price hike.
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree with what you're saying wholeheartedly. My whole thing with it being the $80, I mean, Nintendo's not going to release enough of these, period.
Nope.
So,
We already know that.
we already know
They've got
that's
a
going to
horrible.
happen, so the scalper's going to go crazy. I will make sure that I get my hands on one of these
Yeah.
because for the whole fact that, yes, I will have these 21 games on there, right?
Yeah.
They might add some more. We don't know yet. But I'm going to add some more because they're
Yeah.
going to come out with the patch to where you can actually
So where you can hack it. Yeah.
hack the shit out of this thing and have the whole library on it. Funny thing,
Yep.
whenever I hacked my when I hacked my NES Classic, I accidentally downloaded the SNES Classic's whole library first. So it's sitting on my laptop right now.
Just ready to go.
It is ready to get in this system, and I think it's great and grand because, shoot, I don't have to take the stuff off the shelves anymore, and, it saves me on the hardware. So picking up one of these for me, especially having as much Nintendo and Super Nintendo games I have, these are great. And yes, everyone's like, oh, you could just get a Retro Pi fucking 3 and
Oh yeah,
suck
that's
my
not
dick.
the
Yes,
same.
you can do that, but
Yeah.
fuck that. I think these little things are cool as shit. They're HDMI, they're fucking badass. And
Yeah, I can see the
I'm not
appeal.
gonna-
I can see the appeal, and especially for under $100. I feel like the price should be closer to what it was with the NES Classic, but
Oh, I
also,
agree with that.
but yeah, I think the reason that I have a don't give a shit attitude about this is because of their track record with Amiibos
Oh, yeah,
and
dude.
with
Totally.
the NES Classic, and just they've just got terrible business practices.
It's
Though
completely-
at the same time, okay, here's the thing though. I can kind of with me for 1 second and be the devil's advocate and tell you that I can understand their reasoning for why they did that. At least with the NES Classic, the Amiibo thing was pretty fucking ridiculous in my opinion. I could see no reason they didn't just use the molds more and more and send out more. Make more money. I don't understand.
I don't get it.
But with the NES Classic, the NES Classic was something that was supposed to hold people over until the Switch came out, and that's exactly what it did. It held people over until the Switch came
Yep.
out. And
It
I think
did that.
Nintendo just kind of figured that nobody was going to give a shit about the NES Classic once the Switch was out. And honestly, from a business perspective, I can kind of see that. We all want to make fucking money, and
Cha-ching.
why put time, effort, and money into making more NES Classics when you're making a fuck ton more money on Switches and Switch games? So again, playing devil's advocate there, but I do kind of understand that a little bit. So, but yeah, the SNES Classic is something that I kind of expected to happen.
Oh, we were hoping
now,
for it. We
Yeah,
were
exactly.
so hoping for it.
Now what I want to see is a Game Boy Classic with like the 100 best Game Boy games, because there's no fucking reason
my.
you can't
No,
put
that's-
right. That's my idea. I think that they should have 100 games on it because they're small as shit. They should be shaped like an original Game Boy, and they should just be able to plug into a TV so you can full screen it HD. And I would buy the fuck out of that.
Oh wow, you need to fucking call up Nintendo about this idea,
Right.
brother.
Right? I'm sure one of the developers has thought of it, but yeah, it's cool. I'm impressed that they put something like Earthbound on it, which they have ignored for so
Oh,
damn
absolutely,
long.
man. Yeah,
How many times have they shit on that game and
too
just
many.
not released it?
All they did
Yeah.
to it was they put it on the Virtual Console on Wii U. And
Yeah,
it was
they
like,
could have.
there you
They
go.
could have. Well, dude, why didn't they put it on like the Game Boy Advance, the DS? I mean, the 3DS. I mean, good God, man, there were so many opportunities for them to just print money. The basically print money. Like, oh, we're just gonna make this cartridge.
Exactly.
It's already fucking localized. Like, just just go and print some money, dude. People like Earthbound.
Yeah, dude, it's
And,
like the way that that shit. It's just like with Final Fantasy VII for Sony. We've been asking for it for fucking like over 20 years, and
Right?
now we're
And they're gonna
finally
screw
getting
with
it.
the
And it's gonna be
formula.
fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, they're gonna screw with the formula, and they could have just been making money this entire time if all they did was upgrade the graphics. Like, I would
all they
have
needed
been.
to do.
That's
all they
exactly.
needed to do.
If
That's
they
it.
would have kept the battle system the same and just upgraded graphics, that could have came out on the PS2 for fuck's sake.
Right?
But no, nope. It could have came out on the PS3, but nope. Nope, they gotta ignore that shit too. So it's the same thing with Nintendo. I am impressed that they put Earthbound on there because they shit on it for so long. That kind of went off the rails a little bit.
It certainly did. But
Yeah.
that's okay. That's fine.
So, I think it's time for another. Unless you have more, do you have
No,
more
man,
on that topic?
that's all I got. That's all I got.
Okay, let me take a 1 second break here, and we'll just clip it. And I'm gonna go get another beer that I want to talk about. So we will be right back if that's cool with you, sir.
Yep.
Okay, everybody, we're back. Sorry about the brief intermission there, but I wanted to talk about this beer real quickly because I know it's something that Mr. Shogun Death would appreciate. I got this in a trade night. Got a case of it actually, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, fuck yeah, super badass. So this came from Ryan. Ryan's a badass. He likes to trade beer, but it's Pelican
Go,
Brewing.
Ryan.
Pelican Brewing Tsunami, showing the bottle right now. Export Stout. It is 7%, and this is a 12-ounce bottle, and it's beautiful. It's black and bold, and let me read the side here. It says, like the force of nature it's named for, Tsunami that's hard to say. Tsunami Stout will bowl you over with its jet black color and dark seductive aroma. Roasted malts and unmalted barley give this full-body brew its dense creamy head and distinctive dark chocolate and cappuccino flavors that swell to a clean, rounded malty finish. Grab a Tsunami and head for high ground. Hell yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Oh my, that sounds great.
Dude, it's so good. So I'm just going to pour it real quick and give you just a quick thought on what I think of this. You like stouts, don't you?
I do like stouts. I usually prefer the oatmeal stouts.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're great breakfast beers.
Yeah, dude.
I think they're wonderful on a nice sunny morning. Just go out on your porch and pour a nice cold oatmeal stout.
That's kind of funny. I was
sit and then watch the sunset.
Oh man, that sounds.
Or not sunset. Dang it, I'm an idiot. Watch the sun rise.
All right, I knew what you meant. That's funny that you say that because I was just gonna say I guess stout's not really the most summertime beer, but man, I guess not if you're doing it in
really
that
not.
application. That's a good application.
It's really
for
not,
it.
but just that fresh dew in the morning when the sun's coming up and
Yeah, I can see
you're
that.
just sitting there, just enjoying yourself
Yeah,
and enjoying life. Period. So.
indeed. I generally drink stouts in the wintertime and fall and stuff, but you know what? It kind of doesn't matter. I like stouts whenever.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, generally I drink IPAs and stuff like that during the summer, but
Oh well, stouts really is what got me into actually craft beers. Period.
Actually,
was
kinda me
just
too.
Starting drinking stouts.
yeah, me too. I'm the same way. It was dark beers before I got into hoppy beers. I got into like
Yeah,
porters.
same.
Yeah.
Totally same.
Yeah, because like around here, the common ones are, like Deschutes, Obsidian Stout, and Black Butte Porter. So those, they're just ubiquitous. They're everywhere. So and now I have the hiccups. So sweet.
Awesome.
All right, so, oh man, this is just like chocolate and coffee, and it smells so freaking good. I'm just gonna do this real quick.
Alrighty.
Oh, cheers to you, brother. Oh man, this is so
Cheers,
delicious.
brother. Oh yeah. I'm jealous.
Oh man, it is chocolatey and coffee-ish, and I talked about another beer recently. God, maybe it was this one I did in a pickup really recently. That'd be funny if I talked about the same beer twice, but I get like a hazelnut. I get kind of a hazelnut thing going on in this one, but yeah, dude, it's
okay.
super dark and nutty and malty and just amazing. So hell yeah, it kind of reminds me of Old Rasputin Stout. Have you tried that one?
Yes.
So good. So good.
It's delicious.
So good. Yeah. All right, so let's get on to other subjects.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I hear you got a topic for me, Gil.
That's right. I've got a topic for you. Another metal topic, but this one's even better, I think, than the last one. This is one I've actually been excited to talk about. And since we only have 2 more topics and like 10 minutes, we can spend a little bit of time on these. So, So, what metal classics did you miss out on and have yet to experience? And I'm going to give you some examples of my own, just so you know exactly what I mean by that.
Okay.
What are some classics that you've listened? Like you know what your classics are, but you know that there's older stuff that maybe you missed out on and kind of need to listen to. For me, Morbid Angel, I got into them in the Covenant era, and so I never really experienced the first 2 albums, and I guess their demo. I think Abominations of Desolation is a demo, but Altars of Madness, their first real album, and Blessed Are the Sick, I'm really not too familiar with. Also, early death metal bands like Cancer and Pestilence and many, many others. I just discovered one the other day that was badass. But there's a bunch of like death metal and thrash metal that I missed out on that I'm kind of going back and listening to, especially old Morbid Angel and like Sadist and like Sodom and like all these German bands and shit. So yeah, what about you, man?
Um, not really just stuff that I missed out on. I think, but just bands that really come to mind. Things that I really just wasn't into when they were coming out because I mean some of these bands came out when I was like 1 or 2 years old.
Right,
so,
right.
but honestly the only band that I could really super think about this way is that I missed out on like a lot of it because I just didn't listen to them because I listened to Metallica more would have to be Megadeth.
Oh, okay.
And I do like Megadeth, and I think that Rust in Peace, I mean, is a badass album. That came out like in the '90s.
Yes.
But that's really the only one that I'm like the most educated with, honestly. I would have liked to, I'd like to go back and just follow them from what '86 their first album, I think.
Even earlier than that, and actually,
probably even earlier than that.
It is. I think it's '84, and I actually have to correct you on one thing. I'm looking it up right now, so I don't look like a dipshit. But I'm pretty sure Rust in Peace is '89.
It was '89. I was close. Damn it. Whatever.
No, actually, we were both wrong, and it was in between 1990. Countdown to Extinction was 1992. That is my favorite album, followed by Rust in Peace.
I said the '90s, motherfucker.
What was that?
I said it came out in the '90s.
Oh, I thought you said
the whole group.
Oh, I thought you said '91 or something like that. Whatever, motherfucker.
No.
Whatever, motherfucker. So, right. Whatever, motherfucker.
So I wasn't wrong. But
I wasn't.
So my answer would have to be definitely Megadeth for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe some Motorhead. Like I really didn't check them out much ever. I know very few songs from them, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, Motorhead for me is a band that I actually am not too horribly familiar with, and I wasn't really a huge fan of their music. I hate to say that. Rest in peace, Lemmy.
Yeah, I mean, I was the same way, man. But
yeah, he's a great musician. Like, it's just not my cup of tea. Just the same way as like AC/DC isn't quite my cup of tea. I like heavier stuff. I mean, I do like old. I like old stuff like that, but it's like Iron Maiden and Black Sabbath rather than
dude.
Motorhead.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh god,
and Judas
Black
Priest.
Sabbath. Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, Black Sabbath was. You know, what's really freaking cool fact. My dad's first concert was Black Sabbath when he was a teenager.
That is so badass.
Yeah, I was destined to be a metalhead. And what's funny is he's not a metalhead, though he can appreciate it sometimes. I've shown him some metal, and he's like, huh, interesting. But, yeah, his first concert, Black Sabbath, that's pretty badass.
All right.
Yeah.
That is super badass.
Pretty metal.
So that's metal as fuck.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a bunch of bands that I just really haven't listened to. And I don't know. Okay, here's a good example. Anthrax. I like.
Yeah, I mean,
I like.
Ooh, that's true, man.
I like Anthrax's second singer, and I know there are those that agree with me that John Bush is a far superior vocalist than Joey Belladonna, their original vocalist. Actually, right. I'm not even positive he's their original vocalist. Maybe they had one guy for one album. I'm not sure. But anyways, Joey Belladonna's vocals are just a little. They're just old. They're old school. I mean, the dude's old.
They're very, very old school.
Yeah, and now that he's back in the band, they feel older. But John,
I know. I almost got to fucking check them out, but they didn't actually come to the tour with Killswitch Engage.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
That pissed me off, dude.
That
pissed
sucks.
me off way bad. I bought the ticket to see Killswitch Engage and Anthrax.
Oh, I've never actually seen
Anthrax. I got to see Killswitch Engage and Job for a Cowboy, which I'll take, but fuck.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it happens. I've had many concert disappointments like that. But Anthrax is one of those weird ones where it's just like I've only listened to one era, and then the rest of their catalog I just kind of forgot. I know some. Yeah. I know a little bit, like State of Euphoria. I do know a little bit, but not a ton. So, anyways, yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool topic.
That's a really cool topic, dude. That's way cool.
Yeah, I love metal.
Fucking metal's life, dude.
It is. Metal, beer, and video games. So, I think we have...
beer and video games.
Time for one more? Or, hey, shit, Anthrax song! Anthrax song! Room for one more. Room for one more. There you go. So, give it to me. Shoot from the hip.
Bang!
Bang! What you got for me?
What do you want from me?
I thought you had another topic, sir.
I don't have another topic.
Oh, god damn it. Well, shit. Folks, we're just screwing up here, so I'm going to throw a random topic out at you. Oh, I'm just going to throw this, literally, I'm coming up with this off the top of my head. What is your favorite GameCube game?
Favorite GameCube game?
It's just random as shit. I just looked at my GameCube games.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. That's quite easy for me.
Me too, actually.
I don't have a lot of GameCube games. I did for a while.
Me too.
I got rid of most of them.
Me too.
Because it's not a system that I really like.
Agreed.
Like hardcore, and I probably can tell you that I've never beat a GameCube game in my life.
I haven't either. Man, we have a lot in common when it comes to GameCube. I have not beaten a GameCube game.
I have a GameCube, and I have a pretty decent collection of GameCube games. I mean, there's like 30 of them bitches in there.
Oh, wow, you have way more than me.
But the one game that comes to mind that my favorite has to be Tales of Symphonia.
Oh, okay, right on.
Because that game is freaking awesome, and I love the Tales games. I love every single one of them. I haven't found a bad Tales game yet that I've actually played through. But I also got to throw up there that I think that was just like perfect. The way that they did it was Metroid Prime.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, fuck yeah. Fun game.
Because that game is so freaking badass, and it really took Metroid to that next level. Yes, it's like the first-person shooter stuff and everything, but I think that game was fantastic. It was a release title. They had their own console or whatever for Metroid. It's just so badass, and it's just really good game. And I think it was well made before its time was supposed to be. It'd be a good game right now.
Yeah, I agree. That is actually a really fun game, and one of the few GameCube games that I feel like I should beat. My nephew used to really play that a lot when he was a teenager, and was totally trying to get me into Metroid Prime.
Dude, it's so good.
And I did play it a bit. It's actually pretty fucking fun. It is fun, and it's a game I want to beat. Yeah, Tales of Symphonia, I'm sure I've mentioned before. Well, actually, I did a whole episode where I mentioned, it was a tag video, where I mentioned series that I have not touched, and the Tales of series I have not touched, even though I own...
Oh, man.
Yeah, I own quite a few, but yeah, I need to get on that. But,
you gotta get on that.
Yeah, I do. My favorite GameCube game, before we close out here...
What's your favorite GameCube game?
Oh, man, it's so easy. It's so easy. Ikaruga. Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah? Dude, the shooter, it's like literally one of my top 3 shooters. I'd say Ikaruga, Blazing Lasers, and Space Megaforce are probably probably my 3 favorite like overhead shooters, and Jesus Christ, Ikaruga with its turning black and white and matching the bullet colors, and oh my god, dude, it's just so insane. It's so fun. It is a reason to own a GameCube.
Oh, right on, man. That's awesome.
Do you have that game?
No, I do not.
Have you played it?
Negative, sir.
Oh shit, dude! That's the one GameCube game I recommend you get, but it's kind of spendy. I think it's sitting about $60 or $70 for a complete copy, but man, it's worth it. It is worth it. It is such a good space shooter, so good. But anyways, that's it.
See, man. That's it, everybody.
That'd be all.
Thank you very much for watching this awesomeness that is our podcast. This is episode 5. We had a contest winner last week.
Hell yeah!
Congrats again to frickin' Joe Torres rocking it out. We're going to send some stuff his way.
Woohoo!
I know he's super excited about it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just got his address, so me and Joel can send him some fucking bullshit, and he can get a boner over it and do whatever he wants.
And you can do whatever you want with the games, Thomas. You can throw them out the window. You can fart on them. You can fart on them first and then hand them out to friends.
Poop on them.
Yeah, you can rub them.
Whatever.
You can rub them around your genitals and send them to GameStop. But yeah, we're gonna send you some stuff. And I do want to thank Mr. Shogun Death for an excellent episode as always. You rule, brother. And
thanks, brother.
Let me cheers you one more time. Cheers, brother, and cheers all of you guys.
Cheers you an empty cup because I got no mopes.
Sorry about that, but I still cheersed you.
All right.
All right, so I guess that's it.
That's it, man. What you got to say, brother?
That's it. I thank you guys very much for watching. Some great topics. Hope you enjoyed. We will be back very soon with another episode full of badass topics. And do us a favor, leave comments in the comment section below and let us know what topics you'd like us to tackle. So that's it from me.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that'd be a good way for we can get some new...
Leave some topics for us down below in the description.
Yeah, new blood.
What you would like to see next episode in episode 6.
Yes, please do. But that's all I have for you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Keep rocking the retro games. Bring it around down, Shogun Death.
All right, everybody. As Joel said, thank you, everyone. We do appreciate all this. You guys are amazing, and we're so glad for all the comments that are made constantly. on these videos about how we just got you through the workday and you're just so happy that you can listen to this while everything's going on. And thank you very much, guys.
Yeah,
we do appreciate it.
That
we
means a
appreciate
lot.
your comments, appreciate your likes, and it means a lot to us. It keeps us going, keeps us rocking out every single day. So continue liking, continue subscribing to both channels. Make sure that you click the little bell in the corner over here so that you get the notifications from both channels.
Yes.
So click that bell so you're up to date, everyone. And just keep rocking out. That's all I got, brother.
That's it,
so
man.
That's it. So keep rocking the retro games like Joel always says, baby.
Out!
Ta!
Yeah.